What's up? What's up, man?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh yeah. What's up? How are you? Of
I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you for having me on, bro.
course, man. How do I say your name? I don't want to butcher it.
It's JU Barkley.
JU?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool name, man. So what's up, dude? Let me know. How can I help you become a better wholesaler today?
So I'm probably one of those people that bought a course, but when I found your page, I mean, you probably said exactly everything that the same person said. And so I've been into prop stream. I've been pulling list. I was pulling the pre probate list and the pre foreclosure list in my area, and I really wasn't having like too much success with it. Like I mean, I called the list like, and I'm still trying to figure out strategies on how to do it. And also the question with the pre probate was more so like what's the difference between the probate and the pre probate list?
Yeah, great question. So, what market are you in?
I'm in Massachusetts in the Hampshire County.
Okay. Is that near Boston? Is that east west?
It's it's Western Massachusetts.
Oh, that's good, man. What's the average price point around there?
And that's something I had just wrote that down where I gotta look it up myself.
All right, we'll look it up together. We'll figure it out. So a probate is basically, I mean, you've seen the videos probably. Just it's a court process when someone passes away. The heirs are trying to show, hey, we're the owners. The court's trying to figure out, where to transfer that piece of property. Now that's when officially someone files a probate in the probate court. That's an actual filing of the thing. Usually, what happens, the whole process is somebody dies. They kind of get everything like in place, and then they file it. And then most people get the probate and then they, market to that probate, say, hey, we can buy it while it's in probate. And then you buy it during there and it's easy, right? Person passed away, there's motivation to sell it. Makes sense. Pre-probate, it's not even like in no courts. They just find somebody that passed away recently and they say, hey, that John Smith dude, he owned this house in Massachusetts. It just says he died here on public records. That's probably a pre-probate. Not 100% accurate, but they're saying, hey, this person that died, we're pretty accurate that guy owned that house. So someone that passed away, it's just a house, the guy died, he's just sitting there. Usually probates happen maybe 2 to 3 months after. Your pre-probate, you go to that property before the probate's even filed. And that works really well. So my biggest competition with probate, sometimes like realtors just send crazy amounts of mail. I can get in front of them before all the realtors and wholesalers, and it works pretty well. So I love pre-probates. They're not 100% accurate. It's kind of harder to do the skip tracing with them. But if you do the workaround, that they work pretty well.
And you're more so talking about going to see these people first, or are you talking about marketing in a different way, like calling them and
Oh,
blasting
you
them?
just call them.
Because I have called, well, a lot of the numbers when I skip trace, and then skip tracing. So I'm skip tracing through prop stream, and I know some people are talking about other things, and I kind of don't know the difference sometimes. But I I had skip traced the list through prop stream, and I looked on the list, and a lot of them said do not call, but and I was wondering whether I should still call those because the ones that were there, I called and I was still getting like not in service type of deal thing.
So I kind of answered that a little today, but like it's up to you. The real question you have to ask yourself is, let's say you have a lead, and that was going to be a $30,000 deal, okay? But they are on the do not call registry list. All right. Are you willing to call that number knowing that you're not technically soliciting someone, that you're not selling anything, you're just asking to buy their house? It's kind of in a gray area, more or less. Would you call that person if you know it's a $30,000 deal, or would you not? Or a $40,000, $50,000 deal? The question is, you have to make that decision yourself. I have not seen somebody get successfully sued for a breach of do not call for wholesaling in the past like 2 years. I haven't seen one, and no one's shown me proof. I would love to see it. I see TCPA violations for texting, but those are all threats. I don't really see it. The only type of court action I've ever seen is through ringless voicemails in the state of Florida. So it's up to you. I would tell you, do whatever you want. I'll let you know what I did. Bandit signs were not legal where I was. I put them out. I made 100K, and that started my journey out in wholesaling. Would I still do it today? Absolutely. I would still do it. even though it's quote unquote illegal. Was it against the law? Like, I ain't going to jail for it. It's just civil penalty. But I mean, kind of like speeding. Don't speed, right? But if your wife's having a baby, like, I mean, you do what you want, right? So it's up to you. And that's kind of the way I have to say it to a point. But most people will say, like, if there's a $40,000 deal, you got to look at risk versus reward. You know, a lot of people interpret it that they're not breaking the law on it. And if you interpret it like that, and you're probably not, you're going to be fine. But it's up to you. I'm not going to tell people to do it or not. Then I get in trouble. You know, Zach told me to do it. Zach did. It's up to you. And you got to make that decision.
Okay. I want to thank you for everything, man. I
Of course.
really appreciate it.
What county are you in? Let's look this up.
I'm in Hampshire County, but I also look up Hamden County sometimes. I think I'm actually in Hamden County. Excuse me. It's Hampden.
All right. Why don't you have a Boston accent?
Because Boston's about an hour and a half away.
Y'all don't have the accents near there.
Yeah, nah.
I had a math teacher with a thick Boston accent all fifth grade. I didn't learn any math that year.
It's a challenge.
Median home sale sold price $265. Oh, you're by Springfield. Oh man, bro.
I'm in Springfield.
Oh snap, dude. This is money right here, man. Let's look up Zillow. Yeah, dude, this is great, man.
So what would you say a good strategy would be? Because I'm pulling these lists and I'm using PropStream, but sometimes I might confuse my own self.
So it says 202s for is this Springfield, Massachusetts? No, that's Springfield, Florida. 246. So you're fine. About 250. So let me look up the population. Hold on. Springfield population. Give me good. Okay, 154. So that's pretty good. All right. So all right. So what I'm going to tell you is there's a bunch of things you can do. So have you gotten any deals before? I'm not saying this because I care. Like, have you done any deals before in their market?
No, I've actually recently started in the last month or so.
Perfect.
Yeah, a month or so.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Congrats. You're taking action, which is great. So now we don't have any data, so we got to figure it out. The reason I asked is, hey, if you did 3 deals, I'm going to figure out where you got those deals and then go from there. So there's 2 things I want to do. First of all, I want you to join all the Southern Massachusetts, wherever in your county, real estate investing associations. There's probably 2 or 3 in there. And I just want you to kind of get a grasp of where the wholesalers are in your market. There's going to be people posting wholesaling deals, everything like that. I want you to get connected, kind of see their marketing. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going to work or not for you in that market. I know it probably will. I want you to do some research. So I want you to pull the code violations. I want you to pull the probates. And then I want you to do probably the pre-foreclosures and then drawing for dollars. This is all recorded on YouTube, so you're fine. I want you to pull those lists and start marketing and just get it going. Like action is going to be the best thing to do. And just keep it up. And then eventually start pulling these lists and seeing. So code violations, probates, pre-foreclosures. I'd probably do sticky notes on pre-foreclosures and then do some drawing for dollars if you can. If you can't, we can do other stuff like that. But I would get started just doing that. Start small and just keep it going. And eventually, start having some conversations, do some deals, and you're in the money.
Gotcha. So, and then with the website, sometimes like with looking up the code violations and looking up the probates, it was sometimes I guess I don't know which website to actually look on, or like which one. It confuses, like it's confusing sometimes when I just look up probate.
This is why, I mean, you're a month in and some people have been watching me for years and they're finally talking to me one-on-one. So this is perfect, dude. People spend thousands of dollars just to get in front of like someone to do this. So I'm here to help you out. So
I definitely appreciate
let me look this up.
This actually does mean a lot to me, man. You don't know.
Bro, I was where you were exactly where. So I did bandit signs when I started out, but they're probably not best for you. I would look at it and see. Do you see any of those like "We Buy Ugly Houses" signs around there?
Yeah, I was walking my brother's dog the other day and I saw one and I took a picture of it.
Huh. I mean, maybe you can try it. Um, so what I'm going to do here is I just searched Hampden County code violation, and
Mhm.
what pops up for me is code enforcement of the city of Springfield. So I'm going to share the screen over here. Are you watching this on YouTube?
I'm on StreamYard, but I was on the YouTube before.
All right. So before I end the stream, I want you to go in the comments because I actually no, you're in StreamYard. So go to the private chat.
Right.
It should be sent to you on there.
Oh
You can
yeah, I
click
have
and
it.
just look with me. Share my screen. You can see it here. This is
Hmm.
basically code enforcement, right? So they don't have anything. You can just look it up. They have the index. Hold on. Maybe they do. And no, they won't. Okay. So right here it is. Make it bigger. So it's right here, Department of Code Enforcement, 70 Tapley Street. So I would call this phone number and ask, or possibly go in person
Hmm.
and ask for all open code violations and for the past month.
Okay.
And that's what I do for that one. So this is all recorded. You got the links and stuff. I mean, you're young enough. You can even say this is for just a school project, right? That's what I used to do. So I'll do that. Also, if I'm doing the probates, I would do the Camden County Public Records. This might be harder to do. They're probably Massachusetts is not the easiest. Registry of Deeds, no. I'd be probably a property appraiser type website. No, it'd be harder. Which is fine. The harder it is, it's actually best. Access trial. I don't want to go to trial court. I would call the clerk of the court and ask. So
Okay.
Hampden County Clerk of the Court is going to be 50 State Street is on there. Hampden County
Is that
Superior.
right there? Oh, it's a superior.
Yeah, Hampden County Superior Court. That's gonna be their phone number. Oops.
Okay.
And you can ask. Let me click your daily list. It might pop up. So apparently they got no dockets. These should pop up though. That's kind of weird. I'll check this website tomorrow. If you see a docket, it might actually show the probate docket, which actually might help. Trying to see if they have anything. No, you're probably gonna have to call and ask, which is fine.
Yeah, I can
Email.
do that.
So do too. This is criminal, so don't call that. Right here. No accessibility. No. I'm trying to find the phone number. Public record request. This is probably where it to be. No, I'm just gonna call them, honestly. Let me go back here. Right here, just the clerk. No, is that a fax? All right, right here, 413-735-6016. Or go in person, and just ask how you can pull those type of lists.
Okay, I can do that.
And that's where I get started. Oh, that's where I get started, man. I think you honestly do that. You're gonna do well. Yeah, just get started, man. Like, how do you learn how to run? You got to crawl first, right? You walk, then you run. So just get started, man. Just like I'm telling you right now, just take action, and it's all it takes, man, to get started, man. I mean, what you got Kobe behind you, man.
Right.
He started like he wasn't like perfect when he started out. Like it takes time, man. You got to put the hours in, and that's how it took me to get successful, and that's what it's going to take you on for it. Like you ain't gonna get. You can get your first deal in like 2 months. Yes, I've done that, but maybe it takes you some time. But if you stay consistent with it, you're gonna do fine.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Have a blessed one, man.
You too.
Thanks.